Why is this? Let me just try to call him real quick.
Are we at the wrong startup town?
Is there another one like 2 blocks over? I think that's it. I'm sorry. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Good to see you, man.
Sorry, it's a crazy morning.
This is Hannah. This is Declan.
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
I really like the pitch. I really like the networking and that side of stuff.
Yeah.
And she's insanely talented. And I basically just get to brag on her skill set and package that and sell that to some degree.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't have to worry about that. She can be in more of a pure creative state, which is kind of, at least in my assessment,
Sweet spot.
puts us both in our sweet spot.
That's great.
Yeah.
So would you like me to talk about SEM first?
I think that would be really helpful for her just to understand, because I like gave like the briefest overview.
Fine. You do what Webkite does not do. You do the creative work, the composition, the how do I make it look, feel, sound, taste nice. We do more of the mechanics of digital advertising. We basically use software to tell Google how to smartly show very diverse, descriptive inventory to people who know what they want. So the science and mechanics of structuring an ad, having it tethered to inventory, taking it to the right landing pages, tracking the action steps you would take from that, that's the work that Webkite does. Your comments on an agency are always interesting to me, because people oftentimes don't parse the difference between ad tech and ad agency. You are going to be asked to do things that maybe aren't in portfolio because they're like, you guys must do everything, right?
So we made a conscious effort to not write that on our website.
Yeah.
We wrote, these are our 3 service offerings. We don't do SEO, SEM, I don't even remember the other things that I'm writing, but we know people who do and are happy to make an intro.
That's great.
In my own internal, like the search engine of my brain, when someone says SEM, like I just think Webkite, I think you, because I just know that's what you do.
Sure.
I want to own that as much as it would be in Google search, in people's minds, that we do the documentary as a service, that we do the podcast production, and then everything else, like at least for now, we'll contract out or we'll just pass them along.
I agree with you, like keep it pure, keep it sweet spot for now, but just know that you'll have market inclinations that are asking that of you, and it's not ill-founded. But you said you guys were thinking about some unconventional ways to fund things. Do you have some ideas?
Unconventional.
Or maybe you just meant that it was going to be traction-led, like it's going to be revenue.
That's really it.
Revenue first is the best unconventional fundraising tactic, because it self-sustains at a point, but then also it attracts investment. So it's like the best hygiene you can have as an entrepreneur is to be willing to get revenue first.
Beautiful.
Let's do it.
All right, how'd that go?
Went really well. He's ridiculously intelligent. I feel like a sponge in these types of environments, just taking everything in.
But you have to realize that one of the biggest things that people don't get is, like, you can waste someone's time, but he is also getting a lot of benefit from workshopping stuff with us. And despite him, being more experienced or having more time in the game, like he's still getting benefit from hearing what we're working on and just connecting with other people in Pittsburgh doing good work. That's the number one thing, is like whether it's in Pittsburgh or elsewhere, we're just getting in the rooms with people doing great work, and good things happen when that happens.
So the way it works is once you activate it, anywhere you move this, that will match what you do. This, open and close the gripper.
Okay.
And this button is what activates it. So when I hit it once, now it follows me.
And then you
And then I
deactivate
press it again, it stops following me. And so just press, and there you go.
Oh my gosh.
You had less than a minute training, and within 2 minutes you were able to perform a complex task using 16 degrees of freedom.
That is mind-blowing. when I have the opportunity to sit down with someone who is on the cutting edge of a technology like this, I just know from some of the other conversations that I have or other conversations that I'm hearing that this, the coming of AI, the coming of robots and all this other stuff does freak people out. And you've alluded to it a couple times here. And even talking to other technologists, I've had some of them say, I'm skeptical that some of this stuff can get fixed. And these are the operators on the ground doing the intense robotic work. So I guess my question to you, Jorgen, is how do you think about that stuff as someone who is, to some degree, in a role where you're replacing humans, but you're replacing them from dangerous situations that we probably don't want them in?
Right.
How do you think about that, maybe in terms of the broader narrative?
Cutting right to the chase, I think the number one thing that I would say is nature abhors a void, right? The human species evolves. We adapt, right? Look at our ways of communicating today. Does that mean that we're still upset that the Pony Express jobs are gone? No. We're human beings. We adapt. We survive. We find new things to do. We find a way to evolve. I'm personally not concerned about it, right? I think that human beings are going to find their place, and it just means that the jobs are going to change, and the things that we focus on in life are going to change, but it doesn't mean that we're obsolete. We're not smart enough to figure ourselves out, right? We think we are, and we can achieve a certain level of capability, and we're going to be very close to human capability, but there's something that still makes us uniquely human that I don't think could ever be replicated. Biology is just tremendous, and we should learn from it, and we will continue to evolve. It's like approaching, sorry for my nerdy term, approaching the asymptote, right? You're going to keep getting closer and closer, but you're never going to quite get there.
Oh my gosh, should we debrief right here?
Yeah. Future's going to be weird.
Yeah, future's going to be weird. I just was so taken aback by his passion for the biological state of human beings and how that inspired his passion for robotics. That I've never heard it approached that way.
I've spoken with a lot of people who do in the robotics space, and they all kind of give the thing, because they're working on it, they're like, we're not getting replaced anytime soon. Maybe in certain instances, but it's complex what we do, and what they're doing is just phenomenally impressive.
It's incredible.
And then we kind of have this main common room, so all hands, lunches, John's hosting success meetup, so this is where we'll be.
And room to grow too.
What's that?
Clearly room to grow.
We can double, triple here without a problem.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a crazy amount of space. And then got these little barn doory.
Yeah.
So if somebody is having, we'll do product show and tells, and if somebody wants to have a little bit of privacy, they can obviously close it if people are still going to the kitchen. Lots of stuff like that. So this is the one super cool little thing the way I want to put it. So I don't know.
Before we do the interview, Hannah just wants to get a solo picture of you, and then she actually has to run to the next shoot. Is that cool? We could use this mic.
Yeah.
This is actually, pretty good audio.
I'll just set this.
Yeah.
And just go over on
That works. To your own story as well.
Okay, cool.
You'd like that?
That could work too, yeah, but just as another backup.
David, thank you so much for doing this and bearing with our technical difficulties.
Yeah, totally.
Let's start off just having you tell everyone what Jetpack Workflow is and why more accountants should be using your software.
Yeah, so Jetpack Workflow is a cloud application that helps accounting firms track all the recurring due dates that they need to manage. So all the tax filings, payroll schedules, bookkeeping schedules. Yeah, let me know how it goes. Let me know the parts that were good and not good.
Yeah. It's clear that you have practice though in the podcast format because you got going.
Was all right?
No, my favorite stuff in a 35-minute window, if you don't count the last two questions, I ask 4 or 5 questions because they answer it and then they add some context on, and then they answer it and then they add some context on, and then all of a sudden 3 questions in, you're in there deep.
Yeah.
And there's other ones where it's they give you a 2.5 minute answer and you have to like almost drag them down into deep, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you got into that pretty readily. So in terms of at least my taste, that was right on.
All right, so we had some technical difficulties.
Dave's a gamer, so like if you were ever gonna have a technical difficulty, obviously I want the best quality to like capture his story because what they're doing is so great. But he just rolled with the punches, so we love him for that. And actually, what we're gonna do is get you in the vlog now. So you hung out for the day, you saw our process, you saw the people we're talking to. What are your impressions of a day in the life of Piper?
So you guys are a great source of not just inspiration, but just tactical information that you're sharing with your audience here. And so it was really fun to like be behind the camera and be able to capture both of you guys in action today. So it was fun.
Well, we really appreciate you doing this. This is going to be you're going to be the first person that stepped in for HP, and there's going to be plenty more in the future. But it's cool that it was you. And if you guys remember, I think it was episode 5 or 6 or 7. It was 7. You gave the Joby pod to Hannah, so we're really appreciative. And when does your 365 vlogging thing start?
Yeah, so I'm launching that April 10th. So April 10th, you just go to declanvlog.com. That'll direct you to my YouTube channel. My son and I are doing a year-long daily vlogging project. My wife's expecting, so we're also gonna have like the birthing episode. So it's like we're just making every day an adventure around Pittsburgh and meeting new, interesting people. And yeah, so April 10th, that's when it launches.
You're gonna be a busy man.
I know, I already am, yeah.
Cool. See you next time, guys.